Hey folks, Father Sampati from CGVirus here. Today we are very much happy to announce our version 2 of Photo to PBR texture in Blender nodes. So our community has given us some nice feedbacks, and yeah, we have changed the pipeline a little bit. So now you don't need to click and enable disable stuff. Okay, that has been done. So it is now fully procedural. And what does this Photo to PBR texture Blender nodes, what does it do? What it does is basically you can create your tileable texture within Blender, and you can extract the PBR passes for that. So yeah, let's start the tutorial and let's see. Alright, you can download the zip file from here. The link will be in the description. So let's download it, and here we go. Okay, and also you will need this add-on, the auto reload add-on. The link will be in the description. Download the zip, and you can see the demo here as well. So what does it do is basically it auto reloads your material photos texture within a second interval. So you can install it in a traditional way. You do. Okay, so now let's go to the download and let's see. Here, let's extract it here, and here you will see the Photo to PBR version 2. Let's extract it here. Go here, and let's fire up Blender. There we go, and let's drag it here. Okay, so here you will see that there is a blend file and there is a texture folder, and there will be your textures zipped. Okay, so now let's start working. So this is the photo. We're going to make it tileable, and you can find it in Pixabay. So let's drag it here and let's start tiling it up. Here we go. So let's go to the brush setup here first, and let's go to brush. Let's create a new texture. Go here, and it should be stone. Okay, that's it. Now let's go here and close it, create a new. So we're going for a 4K texture here, so I'm going to name it tile, and let's give it into 4. Okay, tile. So how to make it tileable is basically, first of all, we're going for a tool. Let's go to the texture paint, go to let's go to image editor, go to texture paint, and now we're going for texture, this one, and we're going for stencil. You will find this stencil here. Let's select image aspect, and it will be there. So now you can right click, press shift, and select a region here, somewhere here. Now we're going for a brush. Go to strength here, make it white, press F to make it full. Now let's just draw it. Okay, okay, now what we're going to do is basically we are going to make it tileable. So how can we do it is basically go to the image, go to the view and go to the repeat image. You can see it is not tileable. So let's use this guy here and shift S somewhere here. There we go, and select a region somewhere here and just draw, oops, not this guy. We need to go to the tool, go here, go to the tiling, X and Y. Okay, now we're just going to draw some stuff here, something like this. And now let's go here and draw some stuff like this. Okay, something like that. So now we're going for some random spots, and we're going to just draw some stuff here. Okay, now you can see that there are some black patterns. So we're going to break it a little bit to create the illusion of infinite tile texture here, something like this. Okay, so suppose this is our tileable texture. Okay, and now we're going to save it. So how can we save it? Is pretty easy. Just go to image, go to view, uncheck repeat image. It was there, and yeah. Alright, so let's go to image, and I'm going to save as, and go to the texture folder, and I'm going to make it tile PNG RGB channel, and here we go. Save. Done. So now let's start working with things. Okay, so let's start working with it. So let's go to view and go here in the scene property, and this is the auto reload add-on we have installed. Let's select the timer. Okay, now let's go to output properties. So this is a 4K image, right? So by default you will find it 1024. So you need to give it the proper resolution. So this is the 4K, so I'm going for 4K. Okay, 4096. You can see the image here in image here. Okay, 4096. Okay. So now let's load the viewer node here. Let's go viewer node, and I'm going to the diffuse channel here. This is the diffuse, and let's load it from here, which was tile. There we go. Okay, now let's go to let's see it in Albedo. There we go. You can see it is taking much more time. So what you can do is basically go for 20. You should go for 20 or 10%. You need to do it like that, and press Ctrl Shift to see it in low resolution. So the methodology right now is basically we're going for a low resolution, and then we're going to upraise it in the original resolution. So that's how you can work with it pretty much easily, pretty much fast. Okay, so this is our albedo. So we're going to talk about the albedo now. Let's see. Albedo is basically the color information minus light and shadows. So there are things like light cancellation. We can cancel the light a little bit. Okay, there you go. Just cancelling the light. And then there is crevices cancellation. The crevices cancellation is this guy. Okay, these crevices you can cancel it like here. Here we go. Crevices cancellation. And then there are fillers. These are the fillers. You can work around with it. Okay, you can shift it a little bit, but 30 for this project is good. And now there is crevices primary filler. So what is it? Is basically you need to sample crevices primary color from here, something like this. Okay, now you can mix it. Okay, it will mix the color a little bit, and let's create a secondary color, something from here, secondary mix, something like this. Actually, let's use something like this. There we go. And then go for a secondary mix. Okay, so that's how you can retain your crevices. Okay, done. and this is the saturation. When we are using a light cancellation, a saturation will be a little bit dark. Yeah, so let's saturate it a little bit, 1.2. okay, so now you can see the difference. This is the diffuse, this is the albedo. Okay, so that's how you can work with it. Let's use a little bit of crevices cancellation. There you go. I think this will be good. Sorry, the light cancellation. There we go, and crevices cancellation. Maybe a little bit dark. Yep, that's it. That's it. Yeah, fine. Okay, now what you need to do is basically go to the render and go to render image. The shortcut key is F12. Okay, so I'm pressing F12 now. Here we go. Okay, everything is done. And now, yeah, let's talk about height. For height, we're going to Ctrl Shift to see the height. You can see this stuff. So let's start. Let's go to contrast. It will create a value contrast for you. Okay, and we can go for something like, I don't know, press 1 to see if it works. Okay, do something like this. Good. Okay, this will be good. Okay, let's see. Smoothness. Smoothness is how much smooth it is. So you can create a very low smooth as well. So let's go to depth to 0 and you can see your stuff here. Okay, so we can give it a little bit of smoothness. Alright, and let's go for depth. The depth creates a pillow effect here. You can see it here. Okay, the pillow effect, common in displacement map. You can press shift to go for precise mapping here as well. Yeah, something like that will work pretty nice. Retain crevices. The crevices are the tiny details, tiny frequencies, low frequencies. You can enable it, disable it to see if it works good or not. Yep. And there is increased dark level. So the dark level, if you want to increase the dark level a little bit, you can do it like that. Okay, go to the increase light level to increase the light level a little bit. There you go. So you can right click to see if the balance is right here. Okay, okay, so let's go to the contrast neutralize. It is already in 0.5, so if we disable it, it will be like that. So our target should be something very closer. The light should be something close to 0.5 to 0.6, and the dark level can go for 0 to 0.1 or something like that. Okay, so for this I think it will be good. Yeah. Let's do a little bit of contrast here to see things clearly here. Yeah, pressing shift and doing it like that. Okay, the depth cushioning is right. The smoothness can be a little bit sharp. Yeah, that will look good, I think. So let's say it, press F12, and now let's go to, let's hide this guy. Let's see. Okay, hide this guy and let's enable this guy. Go to the modifier. This is your displacement. Okay, we are using 0.1 here, so let's go for something like 0.5. Oh, okay, 0.1. Yeah, okay. So what happens is basically the auto reload, the blender, in blender you need to press tab to update the displacement. Okay, so suppose we are using a contrast something like this. Okay, if you're doing it like that, press tab. Go to F12 to render it and then press tab to update it. Okay, for displacement. For other things, suppose we have albedo here. So suppose press Ctrl Shift to see the difference. Let's go for saturation like pretty crazy saturation. Press F12. Okay, and it will be updated immediately, but for displacement we need to press tab to update it. Okay, so let's go for 1.2. Press F12 to render it. Here we go. And for the height map, I'm just going to check it in various situations if it works. I think the depth is a little bit high, so let's go for simple contrasts, actual retained crevices. Let's do it like that, very simple. There you go. Okay, press F12. There we go. Press tab to see the update. Yes, now it is looking good. Okay, so if you want to see it in light direction, you can rotate it a little bit here and here. You can see it in other directions here as well to see if things are alright. I think everything is good for now, so let's go to press Alt H to unhide this guy, and let's enable all the things. So I have disabled it because it will be too much loady for displacement, because we're using subdivision. Hopefully EV will get parallax occlusion really soon. I have seen it in WIP, so then we will not need this displacement as well, which will be good. Okay, yeah, let's toggle it over and let's see. Things are looking fine. Yep. Okay, this one is my favorite. Yeah. Okay, so now let's go to normal map and let's see. For normal map, let's go to normal map, Control Shift and click, and here it is. Okay, the depth is, creates the depth, how much depth you need, so you can go crazy. For this I think 2, or let's see, yeah, something like 10 is good. Okay, high diffuse mixer, you can create some tiny little detail from it here, from your diffuse map. So let's enable it a little bit. There we go. And this is the diffuse threshold, where you can use the frequency for that, so like that. This is the detail blur, it is 0. You can increase it, decrease it, and you can see the detail, how much detail it needs. I think the multiplier, we can go for a multiplier of 1 to create the pop effect of normal map, which is good. And yeah, let's play with it a little bit depth. There we go. Okay, so we can retain a little bit of diffuse here, diffuse detail. There we go. I think that will be good. Okay, press F12 to see it in action. There we go. Okay, so yeah, I think that is looking good. Yeah, let's go to normal map and let's see. Zero and 1. Yeah, looking good. Okay, good. Alright, so that's it. So now let's go to roughness and let's see. Okay, so for roughness, let's go here, Ctrl Shift, click, and for roughness press M to mute it, and select a dark color, the highest black level you have, suppose here. So let's go for black level, select this, and a highest white level you have in your image somewhere here. So let's go for this white level. Now unmute it, press M to unmute it, and let's see the results first. Press F12, and here is the result. It looks good. So Anyway, hover around your image, press Ctrl and right click and hover around your image to see the average. Okay, for a white stone the average is 0.67, something like that. So what I'm seeing that it has more or less 0.6 and 7. So if you want to see it in waveform, you can go to the scope and see the waveform, a very beautiful waveform. Yep, so it has good frequency. So anyway, so let's go to the base rough. Okay, so what is base rough? Base rough is actually a value. So if you want to darken it, you can darken it a little bit. It will create you know, a wet effect. The black is wet and white is rough. Okay, so press F12 to see it. There we go. So this is your wet. Okay, and but I don't want it too much wet, so the base mix is actually mixing your value. So this is, let's go for a little bit of white here, something like that. Contrast is actually, you know, contrasting your image, so you don't need that. Black little whiteable, and this is a blur. Okay, you can blur it up a little bit, so a little bit of blur is good. So let's go for 0.2 something. Press F12 and let's see. There we go. So a little bit of white stone. There we go. To see it good, you know, go for rotation to see it here somewhere. Yeah, looking good. Okay, fine. So done. Okay, now let's go to metallic and come back. Metallic, Ctrl Shift click. So this is a stone, so black means non-metal and white means metal. So this is non-metal, things are fine. If you want to use metal, go for white, press F12 to see the metal. Here is your full metal. So let's go to black. There we go. So suppose sometimes we need, you know, some image to create it. So let's go for an image. So I'm going to Albedo. Okay, and let's see some stuff here. So metal is a, you know, non-color data. So albedo is sRGB. So I'm going to copy albedo here. So this is albedo 001, and you know, albedo 001.png.001, whatever. So let's go for non-color. So it should be non-color data. Yeah. So now we're going for let's see it. Okay. So we're going for a BW to create a black and white scala, and now we can go for mask paint. Yeah. Press Ctrl Shift and use base mask. Okay, something like that. So if you want to see it, press F12 to see it. So the white will be metal and black will be non-metal. Okay, so seeing it like that. So if you want to create some more creative things, like, you know, let's use curve. We can do loads of stuff here. If you you know, just standard manipulation thing. Yeah, you know, we can go for white here, metal to non-metal, something like that. Something like that. Okay, so let's do it. Press F12 and let's see. Okay, so something like that. You can do it as well. Okay, now let's see how about masking. How about doing mask? Okay, let's go to toggle. Let's select this and press height. Okay, let's go to 7 and let's turn it off. Okay, press F12. So suppose this one, suppose this is a metal. Okay, so how can we mask it? Let's see. So I'm going to delete everything here and let's go to shadow editor, create image. I'm going to create a metal mask. So metal and mask. Okay, it should be a 4K because our main image is 4K, so let's use 4K. Yeah, it should be a non-color data as well, so we can see it in metal mask here. We can save it as well. Okay, let's go to texture and let's save it as RGB, save as image. Okay, done. Okay, so what can we do is basically create a mix node, mix RGB. We can go for this albedo, and we can go for this Ctrl Shift to see it. So here is your map. Okay, so let's go to here, go for texture paint mode. There we go, and press N and T. Let's go to fill. So this is basically it should be a black mask, right, because a non-metal. So let's go to fill and go for black and fill it in. There we go. Now let's go to paintbrush, draw, and we're going to select white here, and let's just paint it. Simple paint, something like that. So it's a mask. Okay, now that's it, and let's go to object mode now. There you go. So this is your metal mask, right? So let's image and save it, and now let's go to viewer. There you go. Okay, so how to connect it is basically create an image and go for metal mask. There you go. Sorry, it is metallic metal mask. Yeah, this one. Just target it to mask paint and see the results. There you go. This is it. Press F12. Go to Principal BSDF, and here is your mask. Press F10. Okay, so this is your metal. Yep. So that's how you can work with it as well. Same goes to emission. Okay, these are all same. All right. So press F12 to get rid of this and Ctrl SF. Okay, so let's go to Z, press Alt H to see our stuff. There we go. Okay, so now we're going for AO. To see the AO, Ctrl Shift to Ctrl Shift click, and here is your AO. So AO. Okay, height and normal blend. Height and normal blend means it will blend the normal map with your height map. Okay, so yeah, something like that. And radius is the gap between the black value and white value to create the shadow from here. So for me, I think this one is pretty good. Okay, and let's go to the thresholds, and threshold is, you know, making it super white. Press Shift to see something like this. Yeah, that's it. Press F12 to set and enable this guy. Okay, the albedo to AO. Just enable this, and you will see your ambient occlusion. Okay, done. Go to cavity, Ctrl Shift cavity, same principle. So you can just intensify the cavity here. Press Shift, and let's go something like this. Yeah, this is nice. Okay, press F12 and enable this. It will create a cavity mask for you as well. So if you want to update AO a little bit, I think it could be a little bit radius would be really nice. So let's see. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that will be good. Okay, press F12 to update cavity and AO. as well. So everything is connected now. Okay, so you don't have to re-render stuff, it will be procedural. Okay, so there we go. Okay, perceptual proceed. Okay, simple like that. That's good. You can also, multiply the color to balance the thing. Simple. Yeah, something like that. Okay, and curvature. Yeah, curvature. It is already rendered. I don't need that. Emission, same as metal. Okay, so that is actually it. Everything is done. So yeah, now let's appraise it. Okay, to appraise it, go to the scene. Yep, and let's go for 100, and let's press F12 to see the magic. It will take some time, so I'm coming back, and it is loading. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Okay, done. So now we have 4K full resolution stuff going on. Okay, and yeah, that is it, I think. Okay, there we go. All right, and that's how we can work with it. Let's see it in another environment like this. Well, okay, so now let's talk about other things. Suppose you want to edit it furthermore. Okay, furthermore, what you can do, you can go for 20% again, and you need to press F12 again as well to down raise it again, and you can create your stuff. But the upraise should be done after everything is finalized, because nothing will change after that. Okay, I mean it will just become more sharp and upraised. Okay, I mean the natural 4K texture. So yeah, that's how we can work with it. So I'm going to do an upraise again from F12, and I'm coming back. So yep, that's it. And now let's talk about some other stuff we were doing in pack texture. So now for pack texturing, what you can do is basically press M to this output node. Okay, we don't need that anymore, so press M to disable it, and let's go to pack texture. If you want to press unmute, and these are the pack textures we are using from GLTF recommendation. So this is the R channel should be ambient occlusion, G channel should be rough, and B channel should be metal. Okay, ARM or ORM. Alright, also we are using a normal plus height, where RGB is normal and A is height. Okay, so you can use it. Just press F12, and everything will be rendered and interactive. Done. Alright, so you will find them in, let's see here, version 2. In texture, here are all of your files. So let's see them. Albedo, this is the albedo, and AO rough, metal, ARM. This is the cavity, this is the curvature, emission, height, metalic, metal mask. There are two. Okay, normal and normal height, roughness, tile. Packed. Everything is done. So that's it. Thanks for watching. I'm Father Sambuthik from CG Virus, and we're going to see you next time. Bye bye.